All right, in this one, we're going to revisit the Joe Rogan podcast, episode 2314, with Hal Puthoff. So fundamentally, what this episode is a disclosure episode. It's a disclosure about non-human entities and, dare I say, paranormal activity, right? But when we get to about 1 hour and 57 minutes in, they begin talking about human levitation, the observance of human levitation, a little bit of history, and some things they came to the conclusion of. Now, as we know, I culminated the Dark Matter Myth podcast with episode 29. It's called The Inevitable Flight of the Human Being. The Inevitable Flight of the Human Being. And while Hal Puthoff and his research team came to the understanding that they don't understand how it's done, I come to the conclusion that I do understand how it's done. Not saying I could do it though. And while I do understand that it's a possibility, I do also understand it's not a practicability, nor is it a high probability. And I'll explain why. Everything we know of is a bias, and it's a bias because our day-to-day patterning, our human patterning has become solidified through repetition and crystallized into reality, right? And because of this, we're bound to the highest probable event, right? And it's not until we even understand that we're bound to the next highest probable event that we can even attempt to break out of our human patterning, right? So I'm going to give you one example of what I mean and why it's so difficult to break out of our human patterning, and in short, why it's a, dare I say, weakness. Our bias is a weakness in human patterning and our observance of this human patterning. So before I even say something, I want you to know that this picture is only black, white, and a tinge of blue. Maybe it's teal, all right? But there are only 3 colors here. And your patterning that has been solidified through repetition over the years will show you something else. You ready? In that picture I just showed you, there's no red. However, I'm going to say this antagonistically. You're not strong enough to not see red. You're not strong enough. You can't do it, right? But this small example is why people cannot fly. But there are 3 catalysts that can help us get there, to help us get to the space where people have the ability to fly or levitate, whatever word you like, right? The first catalyst is finding happiness in everything and maintaining a perpetual state of happiness, right? That's the first step. The second step is coming to the agreement, a collective agreement that it's a possibility in the first place. And the third is to check out episode 29 of the Dark Matter Myth podcast, The Inevitable Flight of the Human Being. Peace and much love.